Namaste, I'm Shiva Swati, and this video is on explaining the third module of the course on the key of internal happiness. And this module works on the principles of frequencies and filaments and the energy of the soul within the body. So you have to understand these concepts. There is no way out of not understanding, and these are very, very simple concepts. It's just that they are not normally discussed because there is some kind of paranoia about the soul as if it's a ghost, and horror films have made money by talking badly about the ghosts. Ghosts are good and bad just as people are good and bad. It's not that every ghost is bad. The ghost will be as bad as he was when alive or as good as he was when alive. So the first thing is that you cannot be scared of your soul, your life force, and you cannot say that you are soulless or that your life force does not exist, because you are a soul in a human body, and your life force is what differentiates you from a dead body. Your life force is your real being. That when we do a past life regression, which is my main profession, we actually separate the soul and the body mentally in imagination and ask the person to see himself as a soul without a body, so that he or she realizes that there is an identity which is not connected to the body. It's not, you are not defining yourself as fat or thin or rich or poor or black or white. As a soul, you can have any of these experiences and yet be you. So your soul is defined by your frequency, your vibrational frequency, your thoughts, beliefs, your priorities, what you are in essence, your energy. Your soul as an energy has a filament. Like a bulb has a filament, your soul has a filament which is positive or negative in frequency. Now, this negativity or positivity is not exactly created by you. It comes from past lives. So, there are several people who are naturally positive. There are several people who are naturally negative. And you cannot blame a person for being negative simply because that negativity is coming from his past life. For example, if a person dies as a slave, he will be depressed over several lifetimes simply because he died feeling helpless. And when you are born in this life, you might feel as if you are a slave and you have to work for others all the time, even if that is not your reality today. But you have this feeling because you were born as a slave and died as a slave in a past life. So the feeling which you die with gets carried over to the present life, and then blaming this person for misusing the law of attraction, saying that why is he negative all the time, would be wrong, because unless he takes therapy and removes that negativity from his subconscious mind, that he is no longer a slave, he will continue feeling like a slave. However rich he might be, he might become very rich in the present life, but he will continue feeling helpless, victimized and enslaved. So those kind of frequencies come from past lives. Otherwise, you have a positive or negative dominant focus from your childhood. For example, if you have a family where your parents are fighting too much, you will feel suffocated all the time and you might become very depressed. Now, this is not your fault that you are depressed. You are depressed because you are in a family where your parents are fighting too much. So this kind of external impact on your dominant focus will always exist, and you will need past life therapy, spirit release therapy, inner child healing to remove this kind of external impacts on your internal frequencies. Very few people go for past life. Only very advanced souls can take past life therapy, actually, because it requires a lot of focus and energy work, and I combine about 11 to 15 therapies in one session. However, you can definitely try to maintain a positive IDF, positive internal dominant focus, by choosing to count your blessings daily, to be very clear on what you desire to achieve, and by thanking again and again. So that your focus is more on what is happening or has happened in your life than on what is missing. So when you focus more on the positives, then your life will be positive in the future, and the positives will multiply by the multiplier effect. If you focus more on the negatives, your life will be more negative in the future, and your problems will multiply by the multiplier effect of the law of repetition. So the link of the PowerPoint presentation which is there with this video has all these explanations in a single slides of PPT, and there's a book which has a detailed explanation. You can check that up. Basically, this requires also that continuous work and therapy to be positive if you really have a desire to be happy from within. Otherwise, you need to focus at least on being 60% positive and less negative, less than 50% negative, so that your life is happier in the future than sad. Even if things are going wrong in your life, you can focus on 6 out of 10 good things in your life and be positive. Like there's electricity coming, there's water coming, there's food in your house, you can watch the internet, you can understand English, you can get a lot of learning material from YouTube. You can buy books and self-help books, and you can buy videos. There's so much learning available now on how to be happy, which can be focused upon, like chakra cleansing, psychotherapy, theta healing. All these therapies help you be positive, and you should not just close your eyes that schooling and money and success only can help you be positive, because they can't. Schooling, money and success are only the survival centers till your sacral chakra, your base centers, and once your base is built, you need to start working on happiness directly. So you need money for your base. You need Lakshmi as your soul force, goddess Lakshmi, because she is your base. She provides your basic survival. But once your basic survival is met, then you need a higher chakra activation, like heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and your crown chakra, which will explain your soul purpose to you, what makes you happy. Your soul purpose will make you happy. For example, if you are born to be a writer and you start working as a computer engineer, you are going to be very unhappy. However much you try to earn money, you will be unhappy if your life plan is to be a writer. Similarly, if you are born to be a musician but you end up being an actor, you will always be unhappy, because your heart lies in music. So it is what you seek to do which gives you passion, which is your niche, and you need to follow your niche for happiness to come in your life. And a niche not necessarily which brings money, but a niche which brings happiness to your life, because money is required to be happy. So you need to directly focus on happiness, and you need to have a positive IDF. IDF is an average of negative and positive feelings, and your positive feelings with awareness need to be higher than negative feelings in the body on a day-to-day basis. Means your vibrational frequency, your vibrations need to be on a positive feeling the whole day, that God is blessing me, and whatever you can believe and focus on, that my childhood was blessed, or my parents understand me, or my work is very good, that I'm getting acknowledgement at work, or that I have clarity on what I want to do, or that I have the freedom to live where I want to live. Even if your life is very difficult, you can always find 10 good things to focus on, and in one good thing you can find as your key focus point, and then you can keep focusing on that the whole day. And it's only when that one good thing manifests continuously in your life, and you keep thanking God again and again, that it is happening. You can thank God, you can thank yourself, you can thank your soul. It is all the same, because your soul is always connected to a higher soul, and the higher soul is always connected to God. So it is like a bulb connected to a generator, and the filament connected to the bulb. So you can thank the filament, you can thank the bulb, you can thank the generator. It's all the same. It'll reach the same place of the creator. and you need to thank for what you are good at, what gives you happiness, and what you cannot live without. And then you need to focus on developing a positive IDF. So your main key of happiness is that you should have a positive IDF, means your mind should focus on a positive tune in your mind, plus 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 plus, not a minus minus minus. You cannot keep saying my health is bad, my health is bad. That is a negative IDF. You have to say my health is improving, my health is improving, I will soon be healthy. That is a positive IDF. You cannot say money is not there, money is not there, money is not there. That is a negative idea. You have to say money is coming, I am surviving, money will be there for all my needs, and I am doing work to earn money. Thank God that I am healthy, that I can help others and earn my money. So thank you God that you are providing food. You cannot say that food is too, food is less, food is less, food is bad. You have to say thank you God, you are providing good food to me. And you have to imagine that you have that good food. So whenever you keep imagining the opposite of what worries you, you will multiply positivity, and you have to take action at the same time to create the solution of the problem. So mentally you are thinking on the solution, and action you are taking to create the solution, but mentally you are not focusing constantly on the problem, you are focusing on the solution. That is how you maintain a positive idea. It is complicated. It requires therapy very often, especially if your past lives have been bad. You cannot simply flick your mind to positive. You will need past life therapy, you will need energy healing, so that your energies break from inside and you can shift to a positive idea. So this is a long process, but if you start today, in 6 years, 7 years, you will find yourself much happier than now, and you will find solutions to problems which are not solvable also, because you will accept that this much can be solved and this much cannot be solved. But you have a duty to be positive. As a part of the creator, you have a duty to spread happiness with your own vibration. So please try to find methods of developing a positive IDF. That is your main key of happiness. There are 8 keys revolving around it. 2 we have covered earlier. I will cover the 6 more keys. But the main key is that you must have a positive idea, which is, at least 50% of the time you should be positive, and 49 you can be negative, or 70% you can be positive, or 30 you can be negative. Darkness is required. You are on earth and darkness and they will follow. So 30%, 25% of your life will be in problems, but or you can minimize it to 15% also, but you should make an effort that 70% of your life is not focused on problems. 70% to 80% of your life should focus on being positive about what you have and what can come in the future with belief. Thank you. Please subscribe.